The year was 1492, a time of monumental exploration and discovery. Christopher Columbus, an ambitious Italian navigator sailing under the Spanish flag, embarked on a voyage that would forever alter the course of history. His goal was to find a westward sea route to Asia, but instead he stumbled upon a land unknown to Europe, the Americas. What happened when Columbus and his crew first encountered the indigenous peoples of these new lands? The accounts from his journals provide a glimpse into this pivotal moment, a meeting of vastly different worlds. Upon landing on what we now know as the Bahamas, Columbus and his crew were greeted by the Taino people. These native inhabitants approached the Europeans with a mix of curiosity and openness. In his journals, Columbus described them as a gentle and generous people, noting their kindness and hospitality. The Taino were eager to share food, water, and gifts, offering woven cotton, parrots, and other items that seemed exotic to the Europeans. Columbus, in turn, presented trinkets, beads, and bells, small tokens that the Taino accepted with enthusiasm. This initial exchange was marked by mutual fascination, as both sides sought to understand one another's cultures, languages, and intentions. For Columbus, the meeting was framed by his Eurocentric worldview. He saw the indigenous peoples through the lens of opportunity, noting their potential as laborers and their land's abundant natural resources. He was struck by their simplicity, observing that they lacked iron and weapons and appeared to live in harmony with nature. But what Columbus viewed as simplicity, the Taino saw as their way of life, a culture deeply connected to their environment, with its own sophisticated social structures, beliefs, and traditions. This difference in perspective foreshadowed the misunderstandings and conflicts that would soon unfold. Religion played a central role in Columbus's perception of the Americas. He believed it was his divine duty to spread Christianity to the heathen peoples he encountered. His journals reveal his intent to convert the Taino, noting their apparent receptiveness to his teachings. However, for the Taino, spirituality was already an integral part of their lives. They worshiped deities connected to nature and conducted ceremonies to honor their gods. The arrival of the Europeans introduced a new and unfamiliar belief system that would challenge and ultimately dismantle their traditional ways of worship. While the initial meeting may have been cordial, it also marked the beginning of profound change. Columbus claimed the land for Spain, signaling the start of European colonization in the Americas. This act set the stage for a period of conquest, exploitation, and cultural upheaval that would reshape the lives of indigenous peoples forever. In his writings, Columbus marveled at the land's beauty and resources, describing lush forests, fertile soil, and rivers teeming with fish. Yet his admiration came with an undercurrent of imperial ambition, an eagerness to capitalize on these riches for the benefit of Spain. Looking back, the meeting between Columbus and the Taino is seen as both a moment of discovery and a harbinger of tragedy. While it introduced Europe to the Americas and initiated a global exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures, it also marked the beginning of indigenous dispossession and suffering. Columbus's accounts offer a snapshot of a world at a crossroads where two vastly different civilizations collided. The initial curiosity and camaraderie were soon overshadowed by conquest and colonization, leaving a complex legacy that continues to be debated today. What can we learn from Columbus's descriptions of meeting the Americans? His journals remind us of the power of first impressions, the limitations of perspective, and the far-reaching consequences of cultural encounters. As we revisit this historical moment, it's crucial to approach it with a balanced understanding, honoring the voices and experiences of those whose lives were forever changed. In the story of Columbus and the Americas, we see both the possibilities and perils of exploration, a reminder of how curiosity can shape the world and how power can reshape it.